Hello and welcome back. Tonight we stand at a crossroads. It is a place we all find ourselves in during our lives, a place where the maps of logic and evidence end and the territory of the unknown begins. It is the moment a doctor says, "We can't be certain," the moment a relationship hangs in the balance, the moment we look at our own potential and have no hard proof that we are capable of achieving our dreams. Have you ever stood in that place, caught between the cold, rational need for proof and the deep human yearning to hope for a better outcome? We are taught to be skeptical, to demand evidence, to not be foolish. But in these crucial moments of life, a sterile skepticism can feel like its own kind of despair. It can feel like giving up. If you have ever wrestled with this conflict between your head and your heart, then this journey is for you. We will explore the revolutionary and deeply compassionate wisdom of the American philosopher and psychologist William James. He offers us a third path, a rational, respectable, and powerful permission to believe. This is a journey to understand how your faith, your hope, your will to believe can become an active and legitimate force in shaping your reality. If you are ready to find the courage to hope and to actively create a life of meaning, I invite you to take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. But only if you genuinely enjoy these videos and find value in these explorations. And do share in the comments, what is one area in your life where you choose to have faith? It's incredibly powerful to hear and learn from one another. Now, let's step further in. It is time to honor both our intelligent minds and our hopeful hearts. Let us explore. In the great, unprovable questions of life, belief is not a weakness, it is a form of strength. To understand James's idea, we cannot start in a comfortable armchair. We must start on a mountainside, in a freezing storm. Imagine you are a mountain climber, leading a small, exhausted team. A blizzard is raging. You are lost. You come to a deep, wide chasm. To stay where you are means to freeze to death. To turn back is impossible. The only chance of survival is to leap across to the other side. This is what James called a living, forced and momentous option. It's living because it's a real possibility for you. It's forced because you cannot avoid making a choice. To not leap is to choose to perish. And it's momentous because your life hangs in the balance. Now, what does reason dictate? You measure the chasm with your eyes. The wind howls. You have no hard evidence, no scientific proof that you can make the leap. The purely intellectual, skeptical position would be to say, the evidence is insufficient, therefore I will not act. But this intellectual purity leads to certain death. This chasm is a metaphor for the most important questions in our lives. Can this marriage be saved? Is this difficult new venture worth pursuing? Is life, despite all its suffering, ultimately meaningful? These are questions where we stand at the edge of a cliff, and evidence cannot guarantee our safe passage. At this point, a powerful and valid objection arises. The voice of our inner skeptic, the voice of science and reason, speaks up and says, "But isn't this just wishful thinking? Isn't it a betrayal of everything we value about truth and intellect? To believe something without sufficient evidence? Are you telling me to just believe whatever makes me feel good? This is a crucial counterargument in almost every area of life. This skeptical principle is our most valuable tool. We should demand evidence from our politicians, from advertisers, from scientists. The rule to not believe without sufficient evidence has built the modern world. It has saved us from superstition and dogma. To abandon it seems like a dangerous path. To simply believe that your car will start without any gas in the tank is delusion. To believe you can fly by flapping your arms is madness. James is not advocating for this. He is not giving us a license to be irrational. Instead, he asks us to notice that the questions of life are not all like the question of whether there is gas in the car. Some questions are different, and for those unique questions, he argues, the very act of believing changes the equation. Here is the core of James's transformative idea. In certain situations, where the outcome depends on our own action, a belief is not just a passive reflection of reality. It is an active ingredient in creating reality. Let's return to our mountain climber at the edge of the chasm. The evidence is 50-50. But what happens if the climber adopts the belief that he can make it? His body is flooded not with the cortisol of despair, but with the adrenaline of hope. His nerves sharpen, his muscles tense for a perfect launch. The belief itself becomes a measurable, physical factor that dramatically increases the probability of a successful leap. Now, what happens if he believes he will fail? His body is filled with the hesitation of doubt. His launch will be timid. His failure becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. In this specific case, the belief helped create the fact. This applies directly to our lives. Think of two people whose relationship is at a breaking point. If both of them adopt the skeptical view that there is no evidence this can be saved, they will stop trying. They will withdraw. Their skepticism will create the very outcome it predicted. But if both of them adopt the will to believe that our connection is worth fighting for, they will bring more energy, more compassion, more creativity to their interactions. Their belief becomes the active, healing agent that can, in fact, save the relationship. The belief itself creates the possibility of the evidence. This philosophy is not an abstract theory. It is a practical tool for a courageous life. It is about recognizing the chasms in your own landscape and learning how to leap. Ask yourself with genuine honesty, what is the great, unprovable, and momentous question in my life right now? Is it, can I truly heal from this past wound? Science cannot prove it. Your past may argue against it. But your will to believe that healing is possible is the very energy that fuels the work of recovery. Is it, am I a person who is worthy of love and belonging? Your past experiences may offer conflicting evidence, but the choice to believe in your own worthiness is what allows you to show up in the world with an open heart, making connection possible. To believe you are worthy of love is the first step to creating a life where you are loved. This is the transformation. You stop waiting for the world to give you permission, to give you evidence that you can be happy or healed or successful. You realize that for the most important questions of life, The permission slip must be written by you. The belief comes first, and the evidence follows. As you drift towards the world of sleep, I invite you to stand at the edge of your own chasm, the chasm between the life you have and the life you hope for, the gap between the person you have been and the person you have the potential to become. It is foggy. You cannot see the other side with certainty. The skeptic in you whispers that it is too far, too risky. Acknowledge that voice with kindness, and then I invite you to take a breath and to make a choice. Choose to believe. Feel the strength of that choice. Feel the hope that courses through you. The belief is not the destination on the other side. The belief is the bridge itself. It is a structure you build out of your own courage, plank by plank into the mist. As you sleep, you are not falling into an abyss. You are walking across your bridge. Feel the solidness of your own will beneath your feet. It is real because you chose to make it so. Rest now, hopeful builder. You are already on your way.